तार दे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे।
Okay, students. So today we'll start electric charge and field, and in this chapter we will study about stationary charges. Charges those are stationary; they are not moving. Okay, therefore name is this topic. Whole topic is called electrostatic. Static means anything which is stationary. Okay, so now let's start. So in this chapter, first we'll see what is electric charge. So basically electric charge is intrinsic property of any material. Okay, and these stationary charges, static charges, are produced because of friction. When there is friction between two bodies, so what will happen, there is sharing of electrons between both the bodies. Okay, because of friction, outer electron gets knocked out from outermost orbit, and because of that uh, they get you can say there is sharing of electron basically. Okay, so in this chapter, so first of all we'll see about electron. So electron is basically smallest particle, smallest charged particle, and it is represented by letter E. Okay, and letter E, and its value is value of one charge, value of charge on one electron basically, which is nothing but 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19. And you know what is unit? Unit is coulomb. Coulomb is the unit of charge. Okay, and one more thing you already know. Okay, from 8th standard you are learning this thing, you know already this thing. But most important is, if I'll say what is fundamental law of electrostatic, so may get shocked, because you know the statement, but what is this statement is called, that is called fundamental law of electrostatic. So we'll now see. Sometime in exam they ask what is fundamental law of electrostatic. So basically fundamental law of electrostatic, and this you already know. See what it says according to fundamental law of electrostatic. So like charges repel and unlike charges attract. This is what fundamental law of electrostatic. Okay, simply sometimes in multiple choice question they ask, or 1 mark question. Okay, and our next topic is electrostatic induction. So what is basically electrostatic induction? Now I'll give you an example, you will understand what is electrostatic induction. Suppose here I have, one metal. Let me choose the, suppose, suppose I have one metallic bar here. Okay, and I'll bring one more metallic bar. Now see, this metallic bar is, this is what positively charged rod. Okay, so what will happen? So this will repel all positive charge. Okay, it will repel all positive charge because of fundamental law of electrostatic. All negative charge will come at this surface. Okay, and all positive charge will go on this surface. Okay, so what is happening here? Basically because of fundamental law of electrostatic, what is happening here, negative charge gets attracted because of this positively charged rod, and positive charge get repelled. Okay, because of same polarity. So this is what this phenomenon is called, what? Electrostatic induction. And basically it's what it is, that now remove if I'll remove this rod. Okay, so what will happen? So let me remove this rod. Okay, so what will happen? Again these charges, again these charges will align themselves. Okay, again these charges will align themselves. Okay, positive will get mixed up, and so means, so whatever we have developed charges on this body, charges we have developed, they were temporary, not permanent. Once positive rod gets removed, so what happened? Again, orientation or distribution of charges becomes like previous one. Okay, so this is what basically is electrostatic induction. Basically, how you can define it? It is the phenomena of temporary electrification of a conductor in which opposite charges appear at its closer end and similar charges appear at its farther end in the presence of nearby charged body. Okay, so this is what electrostatic induction. Now, most important thing is, by using this method we can charge any object. Okay, now how we can charge? Now see, let me draw. Now suppose I have one sphere, okay, and one more sphere I have. Suppose I have two spheres, okay, and they are kept on an insulating stand. Okay, now let me draw insulating stand here. This is also, they are kept in contact. Okay, मेरा ड्राइंग थोड़ा खराब बन रहा है, मैनेज इट. ओके, तो अभी यहाँ पर देख सकते हैं आप लोग, both are kept in contact. Okay, now bring one positive charge rod. Okay, bring one what? Positive charge rod. Suppose I have this positive charge. Okay, so what it will do? So according to fundamental law of electrostatic, all positive charges in the sphere, okay, all the positive charges in the sphere will come in this sphere. Okay, and all negative charge come here, right? Now see, this is insulating stand, means they are not in, see, this is what, students? Insulating stand. Okay, insulating stand means what? They are not in contact with earth, because if they are in contact with earth, so earth is a neutral body, so, and it will absorb all the charges. Okay, so you cannot charge it. Now what you have to do? You have to remove both the sphere. दोनों स्फीयर को आप रिमूव कर लो. So this sphere become positive charge and this sphere become negative charge. Okay, so this is what electrostatic induction. Okay, so basically in exam you have to make 3-4 diagram. Like now, see, again keep them apart. This is sphere 1, this is suppose sphere 1, sphere 2. So this is sphere 1, this is what? Negative charge. Sphere 1 become negative charge, and sphere 2 become positively charged. So depending upon requirement you can charge this sphere. Okay, now question is, suppose you want to charge one sphere. How you will charge one sphere? In this case there are two spheres. You can see here there are two spheres in this case. Okay, so because of that you are able to charge both the sphere. Okay, but suppose I have only one sphere, so what will happen? So let's see. Okay, okay, so now suppose I have one sphere here. Let me draw a sphere, student. So let's guess this is sphere. Okay, and let me draw insulating stand. This is insulating stand. Okay, this is what insulating stand. Now suppose I have to charge this sphere positively, positive charge. Okay, so now what you can do, so bring one negatively charged glass rod. This is negatively charged rod. Okay, so what will happen, this will attract all positive charge here at this part, closer part. Okay, and it will repel all negative charges here. Okay, now what you have to do, you have to, now problem is what, if I'll remove this rod, okay, if I'll remove, sorry, if I'll remove this rod, so what will happen, so again they become positive negative, again they become all the charges in the sphere will get mixed up, and it become neutral, but our target is to charge this sphere. So what I can do here, I can connect one wire here and I will ground it. This is a symbol of grounding. Okay, धरती के अंदर डाल दिया कोई भी वायर निकाल के. So this is what I have grounded. So what will happen, all negative charges will flow to the ground because of this repulsion here. These all negative charges will try to repel this. So because of repulsion, because of development potential, so what will happen, these negative charges will move to the ground. Now after that what you can do, you can disconnect the wire. So there is no negative charges here, there is no negative charge. Let me draw a sphere. Wait. Okay, so there is no negative charges. Okay, so means this sphere become positively charged. This sphere become what, positively charged. So ये पूरा positive charge हो जाएगा ऐसे. Okay, now if you want to charge same sphere negative, so you have what you have to do, so you have to bring positive charge. Let me draw. Okay, now suppose reverse process करना है, opposite. So now suppose this is insulating stand. थोड़ा बड़ा बना देते हैं, ये इस पे टिका रहेगा. This is what, स्टूडेंट्स इंसुलेटिंग स्टैंड लिखना बहुत ज़रूरी है, बिकॉज विदाउट इंसुलेटिंग स्टैंड ये प्रोसेस पॉसिबल नहीं है. So insulating stand, I'll bring one positively charged rod. Okay, so we have to charge negative, ये स्फीयर को नेगेटिव चार्ज करना है. Change the color. Okay, so I'll bring positive charge. So what will happen, it will attract all negative charge here and all positive charge here. Okay, now same process, do the grounding, the symbol of grounding. Okay, now what will happen, सी नाउ यू आर थिंकिंग दैट कि ये जो पॉजिटिव चार्ज है फ्लो के अर्थ के अंदर चला जाएगा. नो स्टूडेंट, नो, दिस इज नॉट ओके. Since Earth is the source of big source of charges, okay, and so what will happen? All electron, most of the depending upon the number of these positive charge, same number of negative charge will flow here, and they make these positive charge neutral. Okay, because positive negative मिल जाएगा, neutral हो जाएगा. Now cut the wire, do the same thing. Okay, do the same thing. Let me. Okay, so what happened? What happened? So now it become neutral. So now you can see this is what negatively charged here, because ये तो neutral हो गया ये तो. Okay, so in this manner you can charge any sphere or any object positive or negative depending on the requirement. Okay students, so this was the charging by induction. Okay, so our next topic is properties of electric charge. Okay, basic properties of electric charge. So in this topic students, we have to uh, learn three main topic. That is, first one is additivity, number two quantization, and number three conservation. These three topics we have to study. So first we'll start additivity. Okay, so let's start additivity. Now additivity means students, नाम से पता चल रहा है, means see, first of all you have to know that electric charge is a scalar quantity. It's a scalar quantity. Electric charge is what? Electric charge is what? Scalar quantity. So how we will add it? जैसे स्केलर को ऐड करते हैं, नॉर्मल अलजेब्रा, right? So see here, so suppose I have q1, q2, q3, q4, dash qn. We have n number of charges. So what is the total charge? So how we will add them? Simply vector algebra. No, sorry, not vector algebra. Simply you have to use algebraic addition. Okay. So how you can write here? So total charge q is equal to q1 plus q2 plus q3 plus q4 plus q5 plus dash qn. Simply you have to add it. But student, remember, the charges can be negative also. Okay, depend. So now suppose we'll take one example. Suppose I have here some charges, like suppose I'll take example of charges. One charge 2 microcoulomb, another is minus 3 microcoulomb, another is plus 4 microcoulomb, and next is minus 5 microcoulomb, and minus 5 microcoulomb. So this is what, this much charge. So what is the total charge? Suppose I have one system. Let me make system. चलो ये करो, ये इसी को सिस्टम मान लेते हैं, इस बॉक्स को. इस सिस्टम में इतने चार्जेस, द टोटल कितने चार्ज में. So how we will add them? So total charge students, so total, that is q total is equal to 2 plus minus 3 microcoulomb. Don't write microcoulomb, बाद में उतना ही हो जाएगा वो तो. Let me erase this. Okay, 2 प्लस -3 प्लस 4 कूलॉम चार्ज है, देन -5, इधर प्लस आएगा बीच में बिकॉज वी आर एडिंग, ओके, बट साइन तो कंसिडर करना पड़ेगा, सो दैट विल गिव यू 2 -3 प्लस 4 -5. So what is the total result? So 2 -3, 2 4 6, and this is what, -5 -3 -8. So basically here you will get -2 microcoulomb charge. So -2 microcoulomb is the total charge. So this is what additivity. Okay. So how you can write? So additivity of electric charge means that the total charge of a system is the algebraic sum. Remember, it's algebraic sum of all the individual charges located at different point inside the system. Okay. So this is what simply additivity of charges. And next is quantization, most important, many times asked in the exam. Quantization of charges. Okay, students. So let's start. Quantization of charges. Okay. Now, quantization means what, students? The quantization of physical quantity or any physical quantity means that it cannot vary continuously to have, okay, continuously to have any arbitrary value, but it can change discontinuously to take any of the only a discrete set of values. Basically, this is what quantization. So minimum amount by which a physical quantity can change is called its quantum. Well, quantum is very small, minimum. Okay. So now, students, quantization of charge means what? Okay. So let us assume electron is the basic charge, means very small, you can say सबसे कम वैल्यू का चार्ज, ओके, इलेक्ट्रॉन है, ओके. सो अब मेरे पास, नाउ सी व्हाट आई विल राइट. नाउ सी, if electron is very small and electron can be considered as smallest charge, okay. एक्चुअली स्मॉलेस्ट चार्ज इलेक्ट्रॉन से भी छोटे थे, बस इस चैप्टर में हम लोग को इलेक्ट्रॉन को सबसे छोटा चार्ज मान चलना है. आगे आपको और भी एलिमेंट्री पार्टिकल डिस्कवर हुए हैं स्टूडेंट्स, जो कि इलेक्ट्रॉन से भी छोटे होते हैं, बट हमारे सीबीएसई के सिलेबस के अकॉर्डिंगली, 12th स्टैंडर्ड के लेवल के अकॉर्डिंगली, वी हैव टू कंसीडर दैट इलेक्ट्रॉन इज फंडामेंटल, इलेक्ट्रॉन इज स्मॉलेस्ट चार्ज. ओके. नाउ smallest, so electron is smallest charge. Now just imagine if I'll write E by 2. Is it possible? E by 2 is the charge on electron. We already consider that electron is smallest and we are dividing it. It means it's not possible. It can have only discrete value like 1, 2, 3, 4, not 4.5. 4 तो possible है, but 0.5 कहाँ से आ गया? Because electron divide by 2 कर रहे हो आप यहाँ पर. So electron, and you already assume that electron is the smallest charge. So divide by 2 करके उससे भी छोटा हो जाएगा, which is not possible. So basically I can write Q is equal to NE, where N is equal to 0 भी हो सकता है, प्लस माइनस 1 हो सकता है, प्लस माइनस 2, प्लस माइनस 3. वाई प्लस माइनस? बिकॉज चार्ज पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव दोनों होते हैं. सो दिस इज व्हाट बेसिकली quantization of charge. So how you can write it? So the experimental fact that electric charge occur in discrete amount instead of continuous amount. Okay, students. So quantization of charge means it only takes some value. In exam, if you write this, if suppose question is, if you write this statement, so you will get marks. This is very important line for quantization of charge. Q is equal to NE, and basically it is a fact that it can have discrete amount but not continuous. Means 1 electron, फिर 1.1 electron, 1.2 electron, 1.3. This is not possible. 1 electron is possible, 2 electron is possible, 3 electron is possible, but 1.1 electron not possible, because we already assume that electron is have smallest charge. उससे छोटा कुछ नहीं हो सकता है. Okay, so this was what quantization of charge. Okay, students. Okay, so our next topic is conservation of charges. छोटे छोटे टॉपिक है स्टूडेंट. Conservation of charges. Now you have already learned what is conservation of energy. Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. This law. One form of energy can be converted into another. Here we have same law for conservation of charges. Means total charge of the universe, entire universe remains constant. मीन्स इस दुनिया में, इस ब्रह्मांड में जितने भी चार्ज है वो फिक्स है. अब उसमें ना एक ऐड हो सकता है ना एक सब्सट्रैक्ट हो सकता है. दे आर फिक्स्ड. ओके, सो इट हैज टू पार्ट लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन ऑफ चार्जेस. सो फर्स्ट वन इज व्हाट स्टूडेंट्स? So first one is, let me write, let me rough it. Okay, so now see, it has two parts. Number one, the total charge of an isolated system remains constant. The total charge of an isolated system remains constant. Remains constant. Important word is isolated. Isolated. Important word is what? This isolated word is very important, because if you will not write isolated, then this is not a correct statement. Okay, and number two, the electric charge can neither be created. The electric charge can neither be created nor destroyed. They can only be transferred from one body to another. They can only be transferred from one body to other. Okay, students. So this is what basically law of conservation of charges. Okay, and example, a very famous example is basically gamma rays का example यहाँ पर बहुत अच्छा है. Gamma rays, when it breaks, so it make one electron. Let me put minus sign, and plus one positron. Okay, now gamma rays have zero charge. Okay, so after break, when it breaks, so it make one negative charge and one positive charge. So total at right hand side, this side, total is 0, even here is 0. So this is what law of conservation of charge. Students, law of conservation of charge is very important. Most of the time question is asked. Okay, most of the cases में charges, almost all cases में conserve होता है. Okay, so this was the law of conservation of charges. So I think you don't have any doubt. If you have doubt, you can comment. Okay, and so this is very small topic. Okay, so student, now come to the main topic. This is very important topic of this chapter, and it's called Coulomb's law. What it's called? Coulomb's law. Just a minute. Coulomb's law. Okay, so what is Coulomb's law? So we'll see. It's a law, and let me draw. Suppose I have one charge here and one charge here. I have two charges, okay, and distance between both the charges is, suppose this line represents the distance between both the charges, okay. So okay, so suppose this is charge q1, this is charge q1, this is charge q2, and r is the distance. So what Coulomb says, according to Coulomb's law, force between, suppose this is positive charge and this is also positive charge, so electrostatic force of attraction or repulsion, what Coulomb says, listen carefully, electrostatic force of attraction or repulsion between two charges is directly proportional to product of the magnitude of the charges and inversely proportional to the square of respective distance between both the charges, okay. So according to Coulomb's law, what is the force between two charges? So this can be written like this: F is proportional to product of charges q1 q2, and F is proportional to, inversely proportional to, square of distance, okay. And suppose this is equation 1, this is equation 2, so combine both the equation, so we will get q1 q2 by r square. Now remove the proportionality sign, one constant will come, okay. So I am writing here, so F is equal to k into q1 q2 upon r square, where k is called, k is constant of proportionality, okay students, and k can be written as k is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, okay. And its value of 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught is basically, is what, 9 into 10 raised to 9, okay. This is the value. And what is the unit? So unit, you can find out unit from this equation, so keep k1 at a side and this will go here. Let me write k again. So basically, what is k? So k is equal to F into r square divided by q1 q2. I am writing from this equation. Look at this equation. So you can write it like, okay. So what you can say, so what is the unit? Newton for force, and r square means meter square, q1 q2 means चार्ज है तो कूलॉम होगा तो कूलॉम स्क्वायर. सो व्हाट वी कैन राइट हियर, न्यूटन मीटर स्क्वायर per coulomb square. This is the unit of charge, the unit of this k, and you can find out dimension homework for you. फिर आज के लिए इतना ही करते स्टूडेंट्स. नेक्स्ट टाइम विल स्टडी most important part of the chapter, vector law, Coulomb's law in vector form. Coulomb's law in vector form. Thank you so much, students.